Hi, Norman. How you doing? Let's go ahead and take a look. All right, gorgeous, gorgeous work. Really nice job. We're going to zoom in here real close in a second. But a couple of comments I want to mention. The B in your title is different than the B in your alphabet. We can see that that closed counter on the top of the B. Here it's a triangle shape. Here it's square. The square is definitely better. It opens up that counter, allows that upper counter. I'm sorry, that closed counter on the uppercase B to be much more visible. So that was a good choice. It's also consistent with the R, so that's great. But definitely that is the wrong B, as it's not the same B as the uppercase alphabet. Look, I think we're looking really good. Lowercase looks fantastic. There's a couple of issues in the lowercase letter form. The numeric character set and the punctuation looks fantastic. Uppercase looks fantastic. Lowercase, there's two areas I think that are problematic. There's three. Well, let me just tell you what I'm talking about. Okay, let's take a look at that G. That G rises above the mean line, and it's the only letter form in the entire lowercase alphabet that does, which leads me to believe that that's not a design, but that you have overlooked that. So let's take a look at the mean line right now. I'm going to use this as a straight edge. And I'm just going to draw that. I'm going to place it on the mean line. Okay, and then you can see. Well, actually, let me do this. I'll place this at the x height of the lowercase h, okay, which should be the mean line, but we can see that all of the other letter forms are larger. Okay, so that is just an immediate inconsistency right there. That crossbar of that H should reach up to the mean line, which means you may have to increase the ascender a little bit so it doesn't look more like an N. So definitely just work that out right there. The other problem area I'm seeing is the Y. The Y is just tiny. I want you to typeset a word. As soon as I saw that Y and the G, I was like, and I hope there's a typeset with those letters in it, but there's not. Well, there's the G, but it looks like you've addressed it there. Let me see something. Okay, yeah, there's the G right there. Maybe it's just this presentation, but I'm sorry. I'm confusing myself now. Let me just get back here and see what we got. We get that straight edge. Okay, so it's not the G. I'm sorry to be confusing, but it's the H. So I guess what I was saying is I was looking for a H and a Y, and we don't have either here in your descriptive words. I was hoping we would so that you can see, but what I want you to do is I want you to typeset a couple of words with that Y. That apparently with the H and the Y, just to see how they work. You'll see what I'm talking about once you get these, when you see these in live action. You'll see what I mean. That looks entirely too small, and that X height is inconsistent with the rest of the alphabet. So definitely want to address those. And honestly, those are my only comments. But moving forward, what I want you to do is I want you to take your zoom tool, get in here, and really get right on top of these letter forms. And as we do that, oh, my computer, okay. My computer's acting really weird right now. Not exactly sure what's going on. Okay, I'm gonna pause for 1 second. Well, okay, I think yeah, let me pause for a second. I'm not exactly sure what that was all about, but what I'm getting at is getting on top of these letter forms to really zoom in and take a look for any kind of overlaps or inconsistencies. So far, I think we're looking pretty good. So okay, so I'm sorry about that. I thought my video just crashed, but it didn't. So sorry about that little break I took right there. So okay, so anyways, as I was saying, just you really want to zoom in here and really get on top of these letter forms. And also work with different letter combinations to see if there are any potential issues there. I don't see any. I don't think there's going to be any issues with your serifs. I'm sorry, with your descenders, your ascenders, or any letters encroaching on their neighbors, depending on those letter combinations. So, yeah, so I guess in a nutshell, address those two issues on lowercase h, lowercase y. Jump in here, zoom in as close as you can. Watch the B. You got a different B here than here. Get in there and as close as you can and look for inconsistencies. And other than that, I think you're looking great. All right. Any questions at all, please let me know. Thank you very much.